up next. Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on DA.
Well, Kevin, and
thanks, David. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotation.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Brown. Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Jordan, and it's Harden in at the 1 spot. And for the Clippers, Marcus Morris is out there with Ibaka. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Harden dishes to Harris. Back to Harden. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Durant, the pass to Jordan. Over Ibaka. Jordan's shot is off. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 3-point game. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That is his first foul of the game. Leonard, and that one clearly a foul, gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
The aggressive approach. Leonard pushing the action, rewarded with the foul call.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Terrific form at the line throughout last season. 89% on the year. And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Common occurrence for Leonard. Once he makes his way to the rim, Kawhi levels up.
It's Durant with the drive, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now here's Jackson. Morris outside. Back to Jackson. Out to Ibaka. Clock at 6. And the wing jumper offline.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range. Brown the pass to Durant.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
Now Ibaka outside. George. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Here's George. James Harden picking up that last basket. And here comes the break. Brown kicks to Harden. This one for 3. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
It doesn't matter how a defense plays him. Harden is going to make sure that the three-point shot is a primary weapon.
Now here is George. Morris passes to Ibaka. And it's blocked by Jordan. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Just 5 on the clock. Jackson passes to Morris. Good on the bucket. Morris has got 5 now.
I like when Reggie Jackson is seeking out his teammates. He could have took that shot, but his teammate, he was wide open.
And there's the pass to Jordan. Outside for Durant. Brown against George. Here's Jordan. Second chance shot, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And for all the developments Jordan's made to his game, free throw shooting remains a challenge.
It's his first trip to the line. The first free throw is good. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And so Jordan nails both of them. Clippers have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Beverly the pass to Mann. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
Harris outside to the paint. Harden dishes to Jordan. That one misses. 3 shots all come up empty. Man passes to Batum. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Misses the 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And the jam by Harden.
You know, and with how deliberate he can be, Harden still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
Now here's Rondo. Pass to Kennard. 3-pointer. Beverly for 3. Kennard, the pass to Man. Clock at 4. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Let's go. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Brooklyn trailing. Bobbed up there for KD. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And the reach of KD, no need to be pinpointed with that alley-oop. He can just about touch the rafters.
And so here are the Clippers. Rondo passes to Man. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
The only way he was getting to the hoop was to use the double clutch.
And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Los Angeles on top. They and catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it takes.
You know, this game, it's...
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
And you know this, most of the time, offensive rebounds generate high percentage looks.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. We've got Green. He's out there with Griffin. And it's Claxton in at the pivot, manning the middle. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There is no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys.
Yes,
They're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities, and those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Now, here is Irving. Over Morris. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. And Joe Ibaka will bring it up for the Clippers. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Long and athletic, PG-13 is a terror when he reaches the cup.
Irving kicks it in with him. Griffin passes to Claxton. It's stolen by Ibaka. Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. The finish, and then Leonard with the dunk.
He's a high-energy forward with great length. Surge forcing the turnover and making it happen.
Irving with a clean look. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Los Angeles leading by 6. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That's foul number 2 for him. Patterson, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Kennard, the pass to Beverly. Back to Kennard. 4 on the clock. And he banks in the layup. Kennard's got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Harden's shot is good.
And I love seeing Harden get room to shoot from that mid-range position, an effective scorer in that area.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Nets trail by 6.
Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully, he can stay healthy this go-around. This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
Here's Kennard. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Patterson with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Kennard, the pass to Batum. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. The Nets have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And Harden with the stuff.
The minute KD gets the ball, all eyes are on him. That leaves a wide open man.
And Kennard's moving into the starting lineup for the first time last season.
And to add to that, he had a larger role offensively. And at the same time, his efficiency increased. That's a good sign.
Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive. And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
A platoon swap here for Brooklyn, and it's Irving missing. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far, and it's sent back by Irving. The Nets have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9, and that one is good.
Wow, one of the craftiest ball handlers in the league, Kyrie, on a tear.
Now here's Jackson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. A 3 from Morris. That shot, no good. The Nets go the other way with it. Irving looking over the floor. Another miss by Irving.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
And Leonard gets it to go.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
From outside the arc. No good from Irving.
In a funk this quarter, he's trying to shoot his way out of it.
And the wide open shot from Morris. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
Nice find by Luke. Shows good vision in both half court and in transition.
From 17 feet out. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. It was all about the Clippers as the game got going. They had intensity in their eyes. And that'll do.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Baca is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Jackson in at the point guard. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Claxton, no good. Los Angeles leading by 4. Leonard with the bucket. Leonard's got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Clippers.
He's a bona fide star. Kawhi Leonard with the workman-like approach.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. Irving for three. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
That play is made because of Kyrie's vision and his willingness to share the basketball.
Outside, George. Pass to Jackson. Just 5 to shoot. And here's Leonard from three. Dinwiddie with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Irving misses. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. They lead by 4. It's good. Leonard's got 12.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Dinwiddie. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Jackson's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
I'll tell you what, when Kawhi knifes his way to the rim, it's next level.
Irving against George. Looking to get back on track here. And contact. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And Brooklyn making a change here. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Kevin Durant comes in for Blake Griffin. Joe Harris is checked in for Jeff Green. And it's James Harden in for Dinwiddie. Here's Mann. And he converts the layup. Mann's got the lead up to 9 now for the Clippers. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table, but in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did.
Talented, driven, he puts constant pressure on your defense.
Rondo passes to Kennard. 1:39 left in the third. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Impeccable timing on the rejection. Jordan takes pride in his defensive capabilities.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Now here's Rondo. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Mann. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got 5 rebounds tonight. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo. Harden outside. Outside Irving. They swipe it. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Batum against KD. Kennard for 3. And it's Durant with the rebound. KD's got his 4th rebound in this one. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. .44 seconds left to play in the third. Beverly against Harden. Here's Jordan. Passes to Irving. Harris, right side. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Here's Beverly. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's Mann. 5 on the clock. Three-quarters of play in a close game here. Los Angeles on top. They're up by 3. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And Brooklyn looking who they've got. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And he uses the glass on the layup. George has got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Clippers. Jackson against Harden. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Here's KD. Rebound by the Clippers. They've led by as many as 11 points. Count that one. George has got 4 points in the quarter.
And this is how you score in transition. And Paul George, you just have to appreciate his hustle.
Harden dishes to Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
George looking around. Passes it to Leonard. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
You have to give it up for Kawhi right now. He is wearing out the defense.
Outside Irving. And the shot goes in.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
And it was great execution. Clutch effort all the way around.
Here's George. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
And the focus Paul George has. Outstanding job finding a way to score on physical defense.
Nets trail by 8. Outside Durant. And the pass to Harris. KD against Morris. Jordan kicks to KD. The offensive rebound. And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
Yeah, this is Jordan's mindset. Trying to extend the play and convert that effort into points.
Now here's Jackson. Outside, George puts up a 3. The rebound by KD. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And that one, good.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
And here's Jackson. Outside, George. Trying to get open as Ibaka. And Irving pulls it down. And it's Harden with the ball for Brooklyn. Trailing by 4. Here's the 3. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. Leonard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Jackson drives in. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Aggressive on the drive. That's going to result in some free throws for Jackson.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Yeah, showing off a really smooth stroke there, and that will add to their lead.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul. 1:25 left in the 4th quarter. Harden draws the double. Puts the move on. And it's Jordan. That time on the assist by Harden.
A seasoned vet with lots of playoff experience, Jordan remained calm under pressure.
Now Jackson to the inside. And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
Rajon Rondo's checked in for Los Angeles. That free throw good from George. Nets trail by 7.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
And I don't think they will. The problem is they've waited too long to make a move.
From deep Harden, it's hauled in by the Clippers. They've led by as many as 11 points. 46 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Leonard with the ball. 6 to shoot. Outside, George. Over Irving. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
Pass to Durant. Back to Harden. From deep 3-point range, the long-distance 3 is buried.
I mean, there's just no limit to Harden's range. Even from way downtown, this guy is a threat to score.
Rondo passes to George. So the Clippers with the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And all right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. To you today from and the Clippers starting five. Morris is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in at the 1 spot. And for the Trailblazers, Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Jones in at the 3 spot. Pass to Powell. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's his first foul. And it's Jones with the ball for Portland. It's a 3-point game. Here is Lillard. Keeps it alive, and Covington stays with it.
Robert Covington is as competitive as it gets, and he gets to the window there.
And now, just over a minute played here in the first. Outside, George. And And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
We call that masterful use of the pump fake. Paul George effective getting guys to jump on it.
And George drops them both.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. He kicks to Powell. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers.
Don't let his height fool you. Lillard can rise up with the best of them.
On offense, here are the Clippers. Jackson looking around. Outside, George. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Damian Lillard.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
I don't know if it's underplayed, but there's an all-around aspect to what Paul George does on a night-by-night basis. This guy is an elite two-way player.
Now, here's Lillard. 5 points in the game. Back to Powell. High post, Nurkic. Nobody near Lillard. And again, it's Portland converted.
And part of what makes Dame special, he can pour it in working off the ball. Rare to see a point guard who finds points without the rock in their hands.
Here's Jackson. Outside, George. And stolen by Lillard. Here we go, one-on-one. Powell for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Here's Jackson. No good on the shot. Great D that time from Nurkic. Jones with it. George picks him up. Got that bucket in no time at all.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. Trailing here by 8. George against Powell. And that one's good. George.
Boy, not only can Paul George get off the dribble drive, but you see the strength to absorb the contact and finish. Nice.
Now, here's Lillard. He's got 7. And Lillard gets double-teamed. A pass to Powell. Trying to find hammer at home! Hammer at home, baby!
That is authority right there. Well, Norman Powell, these last several seasons, has turned himself into a knockdown shooter. And obviously, last season, much more involved on the offensive end. And that, to me, was his best performance to date.
From 18 feet away. Rebounded by Jackson.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
And then Leonard with the dunk.
As unassuming as he looks sometimes, Kawhi Leonard finishes with authority off the dribble.
And with Powell, they rely on his shooting to open things up for everyone else.
Yeah, and for Norman Powell, he knows what he's about and welcomes that role. This is a guy who understands how to relocate in the midst of plays to create separation from defenders. He's always ready in catch-and-shoot situations.
Now here's Leonard. Damian Lillard grabs the loose ball.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
And the dunk by Covington.
Well, you have to love an authoritative finish, and Mr. Covington leaves no doubt.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Jackson. Kicks to Leonard. Fires from 18. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Jackson against Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. Shoots from the elbow. That one goes. Count it.
You know, often we think of Dame as a scorer first, but they're reminding us of his great ability to pass the rock.
The deep three from George. And we reach the end of the first quarter. It's the Trailblazers leading by 8. And the second quarter will get on. Damian Lillard told us before the game, when asked how he's...
Humble beginnings. You know, I'm from...
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a five-star prospect to achieve your dream.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. Guys, what stands out from the Blazers so far?
They just came into this game with the mindset of sharing the basketball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
They've got Enes Kanter, Anthony out there with Giles. Then there's McCollum, and it's Simons in at the point guard. They're the group the Portland Trail Blazers will start the second quarter with. Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. Pass to Simons. McCollum with the bounce pass. Portland moving the ball around. And the clock. Simons, the pass to Kanter. And it's good for two. Kanter's got the lead up to 11 now for Portland.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Outside, George from deep. The rebound by Giles. Portland's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Here's Simons. From deep three-point range, Paul George grabs the miss.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Here's Simons. There's the pass to Carmelo. Passes to Kanter. Out to Anthony. McCollum with the ball. Over Kennard. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Clippers trail by 9. Man passes to Beverly. Here's Man. All alone. And Kanter pulls it down. Portland's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter. So shoots off the step back, and they pick up 2. McCollum's got his first 2 points. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Los Angeles with another miss. Trailblazers leading by 14. And it's McCollum in the corner. There's 1:17 left to play here in the second quarter. Outside Anthony. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Clippers trail by 14. Beverly looking around. 56 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Kennard. It's stolen by Anthony. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Kanter, the pass to Simons. Back to Kanter. Outside Anthony. Not enough on that one as it misses. Clippers have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Trying to get something going, and Kennard finishes it off.
Well, I'll tell you this, if the defense collapses, if it makes a mistake momentarily, Beverly has the kind of basketball IQ to take advantage.
McCollum outside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Nicholas Batum. The Trailblazers shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Outside, George, and it's George finishing it off.
That's phenomenal athleticism on the drive. Paul George just sprints past everyone with ease.
And thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And no doubt that C.J. McCollum's a great player all the time. But Shaq...
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Paul George really making a difference here.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ibaka. And there's Jackson, and it's George in at the shooting guard position. And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach to rest of the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
George against McCollum. And George, here we go. Outside Leonard. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Leonard brings the double team. It's stolen by Ibaka. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Paul George.
The speed in transition. Paul George is dynamic in space.
And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to leave. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
Just 5 on the clock. It's good. Jackson's got 4 points this quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. Another shot. And the rejection by Leonard.
Well, the length of Kawhi Leonard twice on the pipes with that 7'3" wingspan.
Powell with the steal. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And Cantor throws it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Here's Leonard. And it's Portland with the rebound. Cantor's got 4 rebounds in this game. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That'll be his second foul of the game. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Harry Giles. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Anthony. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Lillard up and in on the layup. Lillard's got 9.
What strength from Lillard, just not allowing the defense to have the last word.
Third quarter of basketball here in just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And Covington sends it back. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington. Here's Kennard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires from deep.
How about the fast hands and lateral quickness of Norman Powell to get with his man and contest shots? That's good.
Jones finds Lillard. Knocks it loose. In the corner, Powell with it. Over Kennard. And it's Lillard on the follow. Lillard's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Here's Kennard. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Pass to Powell. Plenty of space. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Powell's got the lead up to 14 now for the Trailblazers. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Beverly against Lillard. Beverly dishes to Batum. To halt the run, and that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Lillard against Beverly. Lillard, right side. It's off. And so it's Portland enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the floor for Portland, we've got Damian Lillard. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Powell in at the 2 guard.
Now, this is a small forward who, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done.
Now Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. He kicks to Powell. Back to Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
Love watching Nurkic set hard screens and then roll with purpose. Great job in the creativity there from the pick and roll.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Look, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said is you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Here's Jackson. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Lillard against Morris. Jones, no one around him. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got his 4th assist in this one. Jackson passes to Leonard. Morris kicks to Jackson. Back to Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Well, Marcus Morris, such a solid understanding of how to take advantage of the pick and roll situation.
Jackson against Lillard. Down low. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
The free throw drops for Lillard.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
George against Powell. Now, here is George. Not a lot of room. Ibaka finds George. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. That shot off. Powell, no one around him. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
Lillard misses. And Morris has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Clippers. 11-point game. George dishes to Jackson. Back to George. Jackson with it. Unloads. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Shot from the top of the key, and the basket by Lillard.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
The pass to George. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Covington with the steal.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Trailblazers.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Damian Lillard.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Well, what you love about Serge Ibaka, yes, he has tremendous size and reach and great athleticism, but he plays his role to a T.
Nurkic the pass to Powell. Lillard looking around. Over Jackson. Lillard misses. Here's Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
Don't you love it when you've got a small forward who can pass the basketball just like Paul George did there? Makes it look easy.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Connects on the 17-footer. And the Trailblazers lead by 13.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
And George kicks to Leonard. No good there. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The activity in front of the Brook.
Well, the ceremony.
Thank you, D.A. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Derek Jones, and it's Nurkic in its center. And for the Nets, we've got Brown. Jordan is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden, and it's Harris in at the 3, the small forward. Now, here is Harden. The Nets working the ball around now. Brooklyn now working with a new shot clock. Back to KD. Tries again. He can't get it to go. Now Portland takes it the other way. Pass to Lillard. Back to McCollum. In the backcourt matchup tonight, Brent, definitely high-powered at the point guard position in particular. Much more scoring expected than in decades past.
I think guys have the green light, Kevin, to fire away at the first available opportunity. The offense isn't taught the same way with orchestrators at the point guard position. Now guys are looking to be overly aggressive with their scoring prowess and to try to make plays sometimes feel secondary.
The shot by KD. No good. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break counts.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Harden the pass to Jordan. Kicks it out to Harden. Shot clock at 6. KD on the wing.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Here's Jones. That shot missing. The Nets go the other way with it. It's stolen by Jones. And now Portland on the break. Lillard with the ball. Now the pass to Nurkic. Misses off the left iron.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
Harris's shot is off. Trailblazers have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Here's Jones. And the layup is good. Jones has got his second basket of the game.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
KD, that's for 2. Bank shot, no good.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
Kicks it out to Lillard. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, we just see this time and time again from Damian Lillard, a quality decision on the pick and roll.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can give me.
And finished off by Nurkic.
Good instincts from Lillard. Runs that pick and roll all for the setup. Ends with the assist.
Harden surveying the D. And the three off target.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Stolen by Harden. Durant kicks to Brown. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, DeAndre Jordan dominates this game on both ends around the glass.
Lillard outside. Passes it to McCollum. Back to Lillard. And yes, it's good.
And just solid play out of them that time.
Nets trail by 6. 36 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Harden. Feeds it to Jordan. Kicks it out to Harden. Shot clock at 5. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Again, the Trailblazers score.
Well, you give CJ that kind of shot and he's going to knock it down. He'll exploit the defense all night long.
High post, KD. A putback, and it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And even though, you know, you're thinking maybe we don't need the replay in a situation like this, still plenty of time left in this game. And really, it's about getting...
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal, of course.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big games.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Green is out there with Griffin. Then there's Irving. And it's Claxton in at the center, filling out the middle. Here's Simons. To the paint, and stolen by Kyrie Irving. Here's Dinwiddie. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Simons surveying the D. Over to the left wing. Now Powell. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Right side, Irving. Here's Griffin. Hits the front of the rim and out. Trailblazers leading by 4. Here's Powell. Finish off the break. Powell's got his second bucket of the night.
Melo good at scanning the entire floor, and that's why that time he found the open teammate.
Irving with it. Good work there as it goes.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Here's Simons. There's the three. He can't hit that time. Dinwiddie against Powell. They kick it out to Green. Pass to Irving. The Nets working the ball around now. Claxton, no good. Trailblazers have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And it's Giles missing. On the wing, Irving. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Irving's got his second basket.
Now that pull-up shot right there, that ain't easy. And Kyrie, he made it look easy.
It's Powell on the wing. A minute 50 left in the second quarter. He feeds it to Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
Well, the size, length, and power of Cantor on full display that time.
Irving surveying the floor. Lets it go with a three. Sinks the triple. Irving's got 7 now in this quarter.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Anthony, the pass to Simons. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Norkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Giles. Jones checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And McCollum subbed in for Norman Powell. And on the way from Irving for 3. Dinwiddie outside. 5 to shoot. Pass to Claxton. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Simons, the pass to McCollum. Uncovered. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And the Trailblazers lead by 4. 40 seconds left in the first half of the game. Now, here's Dinwiddie. The pass to Claxton. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
And here is Irving. 7 points in the game. Passes it to Claxton. Back to Irving. And he makes good on the layup. Irving's got 9 points in the quarter.
I don't know how he does it, but Kyrie does such a great job to get deep position and convert, separating himself from other point guards in the...
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each. After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They are leading by 4. Kenny. And that'll do it.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Jones in at the 3 spot. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
You know,
no doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and an up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. And the dunk by Jordan.
Yeah, how about the power from DJ there, slamming it down.
Portland leading. Lillard dishes to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Fires for three. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Yeah, keep thinking that he can't shoot it from there, and he'll prove you wrong. Lillard lofts one of those high-arching bombs.
Pass to KD. The dish to Jordan. Durant, the pass to Jordan. Covington with the steal. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That is his first foul of the game. Trailblazers leading by 5. Pass to Lillard. Nurkic up top.
Well, keeping with the attention to detail right there, DeAndre Jordan making it difficult for the offense.
Inside. Out to Harris. Brown outside. Nets passing it around. Shoots over Covington. And there's Jordan. That's good on the assist by Harden. Jordan's got 4 points this quarter.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
At least in the second half they have been. The first half wasn't played anywhere near this intense.
KD against Lillard. Covington passes to Nurkic. And the shot goes in.
Well, Nurkic is so big, does a great job, and fends off the defense on his way to the score.
Now Harden. No points in the game yet for him. KD on the wing. 5 on the clock. Harden the pass to Durant. From deep. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Harry Giles comes in for Robert Covington. Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Jones. And Norman Powell subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Now the pass to Cantor. Out to the wing. Here's Lillard. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Always an appreciation for Lillard and his build, just how rugged he is, along with that fearlessness.
Irving against Lillard. Claxton with the bucket. Claxton's got 6.
Now, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
And Lillard kicks to Powell. Back to Lillard. From deep three-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some. Lillard's got 11 points here in just the second half. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Simons, he's checked in for Lillard. Irving passes to Claxton. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Stolen by Cantor. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. Passes to Giles. He gets that one. Giles has got the lead up to 10 now for the Trailblazers. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside, Green. Dinwiddie against Powell. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Here's Simons. That's tipped, and we've watched 3 so far in this one. Trailblazers lead by 8. And we're just moments away from the start of the 4th quarter. Stay with us. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
The passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. We've got Harden. Joe Harris is out there with Durant. Then it's Jordan. And it's Brown in at the 2 guard. So that's the Nets 5. The shot by Powell, no good. Nets trail by 8. Brown dishes to KD. And then Durant with the jam.
I like to see KD when he just elongates like that. Gets all the way up to the rim for an easy throwdown.
Here's Simons. Here's Giles. And he gets the whistle. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. His emphasis was for more effort on the defensive end. He said we have to do a better job of communicating and helping each other out. They're getting too many easy looks. Let's make it hard on them. Kevin, they're going to have to if they're going to slow down the hot shooting of their opponent.
Thanks so much, David. Nets trail by 6. From deep. Rebound by Anthony. Anthony's got 4 rebounds in this game. Giles, the pass to Cantor. Back to Giles. Kicks it out to Lillard. From deep 3-point range, sinks it. What range from outside? Wow. Lillard's got 14 points now in the second half. Harden against Lillard. Harden left side. Outside Irving. And Cantor pulls it down. Trailblazers leading by 9. Anthony looking it over. And there's Enes Cantor on the assist by Anthony. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. And now it's Giles running. He can go all the way. Lillard against Harden. Lillard, the pass to Cantor. Foul for 3. No good that time. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Powell with the steal. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Giles. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Anthony. And McCollum subbed in for Powell. And Lillard kicks to Covington. Kicks it out to Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. And the basket by McCollum.
Just so good off the pass. McCollum set up and ready at all times.
Harden outside. Outside Durant. Right side, Jordan. And Jordan slams it in.
Look, DeAndre Jordan and the rim, those two are best friends.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Dishes to Jones. And stolen by Irving. And Harden wide open. He shoots. It's good on the putback. Jordan's got it back down to within single digits for Brooklyn.
Man, how many times do we see DJ just devastate teams with dunks like that?
McCollum passes to Lillard. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Outside, Jones. Pocket 6. Offensive rebound. Pass to Lillard. He kicks it to Covington. Back to Lillard. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Brooklyn ball.
And the Nets with possession here. 9-point game. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Harden left side. Out to Harris. Takes the 3. On the wing, Harris. Harden inside the three-point line. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. Covington finds Lillard. The 3 from McCollum. No good. So the Trailblazers win it. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead. And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting. Welcome, everyone, and what a game we have. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Reggie Jackson. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Ibaka, and it's George in at the shooting guard. And for the Nets, we've got DeAndre Jordan. Durant is out there with Harris. Then it's Harden, and it's Brown in at the two-guard spot. Now, here is Harden. Back to KD. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Two terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes. Here's Brown. Paul George making his last shot. And the jam by Harden.
Boy, I love watching Harden pat the rock. Has an unlimited number of moves to choose from. Endless.
George against Harden, and it's George finishing it off.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
With three, Harris. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
You know, this is where Harris is most dangerous, one of the very best from behind the arc. His eyes light up when he gets these long-distance chances.
Now here's Jackson. And here's George for three. Good work defensively by Harden. Brown with it. Guarded now by Jackson. And Harden with the stop.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely sleep.
Here's George. James Harden picking up that last basket. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Such a versatile offensive threat. Morris draws his fair share of fouls.
The Clippers shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight. That one misses. The Nets have gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. And finished off by KD.
Boy, a dynamic wing with freakish length. Durant is the ideal alley-oop target.
From deep, George. The rebound by the Nets.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Pass to Harden. Harris outside. Back to Harden. Shot clock at 6. Jordan. And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
Well, you know, a big part of offensive rebounding is really relentless effort and high energy, and Jordan knows all about that.
Outside Jackson. Back to George. Jacks up a 3. The putback. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 5 rebounds tonight. Harden the pass to Harris. The dish to Jordan. It's stolen by Morris. Here's George. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on James Harden.
I think George is clearly one of the most difficult covers in the league. When he's taking it strong to the basket, defense sometimes has no choice but to foul him.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
KD looking around. The pass to Harden. From 18 feet away, and it's Brooklyn scoring again.
Nice start as he's knocked down 3 of his first 4 and has hit the ground at high speed.
Pass to George. Brooklyn with the rebound. Jordan's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too.
Up top, Morris. Guarded by KD. Outside, Leonard. Can't hit that one. Great D that time from Jordan. Harris with it. George picks him up. Jordan inside. Leonard's there. No good from Jordan.
Boy, you've really got to put those away, especially against soft interior defense.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Leonard, and it's blocked by Jordan.
When Jordan comes to deny a shot, his size and reach give him a big advantage.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Now, here's Kennard. No good on the 3. Now Harden. Harris outside. From deep. And so it's Brooklyn holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. On a defensive effort they put on Kawhi Leonard. It's rare to see him have the kind of trouble he's had tonight. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
They've got Griffin, also Green out there, and it's Claxton in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are 2 guys that still are very reliable.
Now here's Patterson following the miss by Kyrie Irving to the left wing. Here's Cousins, an easy 2 points on the layup. Cousins has got his first bucket in this one.
Cousins imposing his will that time against pretty good defense.
Kennard against Dinwiddie. In the corner, Irving with it. The 17-footer. That one doesn't drop. The Clippers go the other way with it. Here's Beverly. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And, you know, Beverly has great speed. Snake-like in how he slips through the defense on the drive.
To the inside, Claxton. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
And Irving with a clear path to the hoop. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Irving's got his first basket of the night.
Boy, that's exactly how you punish a team in transition. Kyrie getting out in front and going straight on the attack.
And here's Beverly. To the middle. Here's Cousins. Off target at the rim.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Irving for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Lets the 3 fly. Man can't hit. And stolen by Cousins. Man passes to Patterson. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Here's Cousins. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You know, Cousins was part of the U.S. national team that won gold back in 2016. He said it was always a dream to play for his country, and when he got the chance, he didn't waste it.
We are having a lot of success from the line here in the second quarter.
Irving dishes to Dinwiddie. Back to Irving. To the paint. Here's Claxton. The kick out to Irving. With the shot. No good off the back of the rim.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Count that one, and the Nets lead has been cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Kennard. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Irving against Beverly. Irving passes to Green. The kick out to Irving. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Irving's got 5 points in the quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Now, here's Kennard. He's looking for Cousins and finds him. Second chance shot with the clock winding down. It's hauled in by Claxton.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Back to Green. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Patrick Patterson.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
So both teams making some changes here. Jackson against Brown. On the wing, Morris. George trying to break free. Morris, no good. Brooklyn leading by 7. Here's KD. And KD throws it down.
Hey, we know Harden can score, but he also has great vision.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Stolen by Harden. Goes up and finished off by Brown.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
George looking around. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And when George has the ball in a comfortable spot, he's looking to draw the foul, feeling that there's nobody that can stay with him.
And both free throws good for Paul George. The 3 from Harden. He doesn't hit that one. And so it's Brooklyn in control. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome. It's Brooklyn out in front at the half. They have a 9-point lead. And over to Shaq. What do you think of that?
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Paul George really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Marcus Morris is out there with Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Jackson in at the points. Here's Jackson after the basket by Brooklyn. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Harden with it. Guarded now by Morris. Back to Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam.
You know, with Harris, if you're open, he's going to make sure he finds you.
Clippers trail by 13. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Outside, George. Off target from outside.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Al Harden. Paul George missing from long range. Brown outside. Just 5 on the clock. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here.
And speed and effort level, 2 things that make Ibaka an outstanding defender.
That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket from Paul George.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Now, here is Harden. It's stolen by Morris. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. And George with the stuff.
And George is very good in how he leaks out in transition. Times it perfectly and really creates high percentage shots for himself as a result.
Here's Brown. Back to Harden. Inside. A shot by Jordan, no good. Clippers trail by 9. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
One-on-one fast break. Here's Brown. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Brown's got 4 points now in the quarter. Reagan, New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. Now here's Leonard. Following the shot by Kevin Durant. Leonard kicks to Ibaka. Back to Leonard. 1:39 left to play here in the third.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
He gets it in there.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him, just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
Passes it to Morris. Now Leonard, guarded by Harris. And it's blocked by Jordan. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Brown's got the ball, and the jam by Harden.
And I think one of the things understated about Harden, he's a great athlete. I mean, he can rise and bounce. He's strong. He's quick. He can easily punch it on you when he gets to the rim.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Kennard, the pass to man. He kicks it to Patterson. Shoots over Griffin, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Nets leading by 13. And a wide open look for Irving. The rebound by Patterson. Patterson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Over in the corner, Beverly. Back to Cousins. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
And, you know, Cousins is a wrecking ball inside, guys. Effective at using his size to draw the contact close to the rim. He's a hard guy to defend.
Nets have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Irving. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
Cousins, the pass to man. And another shot. No good on the last second attempt there. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Brooklyn ahead. They lead by 11. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Griffin is out there with Green. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
You know, I like Irving's creativity, but also his discipline offensively. He'll take whatever's available.
Kennard kicks to Beverly. To the inside. Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Now, here is Irving. Shot clock at 5. Here's Griffin, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And Blake Griffin is just an incredible athlete, explosive, and great balance and mobility, powerful. A big guy who can flat out throw it down, and he also can pass it, too.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Now, here's George. And George with the stuff.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
Harden against George. Outside Griffin. He dishes it to Harris. Launches a three. Brooklyn gets it back with a new shot clock at 14. Brown the pass to Griffin. Moves back up. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
Still, Griffin has insane hops. Close in, can sky over others, helps him to draw fouls.
Clippers trail by 15.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's George. The shot misses. Griffin with some nice D. The Nets shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Feeds it to Harris. Jordan dishes to Griffin. Here is Harden. Good on the bucket.
Well, that jump shot's a thing of beauty coming from Harden. I think some of it is the fact that his mechanics are good, but left-handed shooters sometimes just look sweeter than right-handed shooters. Amazing how many ways he has to score.
George finds Morris. A three-pointer off the mark. And so Griffin will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Jackson against Brown. Pass to Harden. Over Ibaka. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Kevin Durant's checked in for the Nets. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. A nice shot by George. George has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Taking advantage of that length inside. George has the size and touch to score with ease from there.
Nets leading by 15. Harden outside. Outside Jordan. Harris looking it over. Just 3 to shoot. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Nets lead by 17.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Now, here's George. Dishes it to Ibaka. Morris trying to free himself up. Ibaka, no luck. The Nets have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Nets.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Jordan.
Boy, I like how he mixed it up on the glass. Wasn't afraid to get in there and do the dirty work. Showed some real grit and toughness tonight.
It's Brown on the wing. And there's the pass to Harden. Harris outside. That 3 off the mark. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's George. Here's Morris. Kicks it out to Leonard. Second shot opportunity. He lays it in.
Not afraid to get physical there. Leonard makes the shot in spite of the contact.
Leonard with the steal. The shot by George, wide open. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. The view high above our broadcast location tonight.
Kevin, thanks.
With DA, thanks a lot. The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. Jones is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Lillard in at the one. And for the Clippers, they've got Morris. Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Cousins in at the center. And stolen by Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Whenever Cousins get that close to the basket, it's game over for the D. He is such a forceful presence, especially when he's dunking.
Lillard with it. And the pass to Powell. Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight, Chris. What an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Oh, Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. Will be a fun matchup to watch.
Now, here's Nurkic. That one good for two.
And what unselfish play from Lillard. This guy's no problem giving it up, especially when his teammate's wide open.
Outside Jackson. Outside George. And a miss there on the triple. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Jones finds Covington. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Paul George with the steal. Leonard against Lillard. And stolen by Lillard. Nurkic the pass to Jones. And it's slammed in by Jones.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
Nurkic with the steal. Pushing it up. Pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. George against Nurkic. Kicks it to Lillard. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it go from the wing. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor.
Now with the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jumper.
And Yusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic. But hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up. But I know you were doing your thing, but you would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
Jones finds Lillard down low to the paint. Powell, the pass to Covington. To the inside. Outside, Jones. And the shot goes down. Jones has got his second bucket tonight.
And the vision of Nurkic. I mean, solid and understanding when to distribute the ball.
And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That is his first foul of the game. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Now here's Leonard. Cousins trying to free himself up. Yep, it counts.
Not afraid to get physical there. Leonard makes the shot in spite of the contact.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Here's McCollum. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, that's something that they scouted him coming into tonight. They know he can make this shot. That's a poor effort defensively.
Now here's Leonard. Trailblazers have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Passes it to Carmelo. McCollum against George. McCollum passes to Giles. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
And it's not easy trying to defend McCollum in pick and roll. He does a nice job threading the needle within these sets.
Over to the wing. Cousins against Cancer. Cousins, no good. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Cullen passes to Simons. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Back to McCollum. Pass to Giles. Pulls up on the elbow. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Beverly, the pass to Kennard. Can't get the chip in. 1 second left. Unable to get that one. And so it's Portland with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We've got more in store for you right after this.
I look to the times where things are going.
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
From what we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. They've got Anthony. Ennis Cantor is out there with Giles. Then there's McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point guard. Now here's McCollum. The pass to Cantor. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. One-on-one here. Kennard, the pass to Mann. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. He dishes it to Patterson. 6 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot. That's a 2 from Kennard. No good off the front iron. Portland leading by 5. And here's Kanter. And here's McCollum for 3.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Here's Mann. Banked in off the glass. Mann's got his first bucket of the night.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, you can't blame the ref for making that call at all. The defense in general is already at such a disadvantage as it is.
Kennard's shot is off. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's his first foul. Here's Simons. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That is his first foul of the game. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Here's Lillard. Nurkic. Kennard with the rebound. Clippers trail by 3. Here's Mann. Off target with the open look. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here's Jones. The shot that time not on target. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Mann. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Trailblazers leading by 3. Here's Powell. Almost, but it rolls out.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And you're exactly right. I mean, that's the kind of shot you're trying to work for at the offensive end.
Here's Mann. Pass to Beverley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Rebounded by Covington. There's the foul. It's on Patrick Patterson. That's his first foul. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. You played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for it.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think 2 guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the 2 guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I'd throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And you look at his numbers from last year, 89% from the line, so hard to ask for much more than that.
Still young with loads of upside. Nurkic is comfortable playing the enforcer. I mean, you can tell he wants to keep improving.
Now, here is George. Here's Leonard, and finished off by Leonard.
That's just the product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. It's a 5-point game. 44 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Powell with it. Leonard picks him up. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And the turnovers are what stand out. I know they're leading, but it's going to catch up to them if they keep wasting possession.
Dennis Kanter's checked in for Portland. Little comes in for Jones. George passes to Leonard. Jackson has the open look. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Oh, that's one of the few times they'll get away with leaving him that wide open.
Here's Powell. Sweet move. And the layup is up and in.
He doesn't play around. If the buck is there for him, he's going to get it.
Leonard on the wing. Back to Jackson. Shoots over Lillard. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They've got the 7-point lead. And that's...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Trailblazers leading by 7. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And there's Jackson. And it's Rondo in at the shooting guard position. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Robert Covington picks one up.
So hard to guard, really, without fouling. Leonard is an expert at forcing the issue and getting the call.
Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
Here's Lillard. Bucket is good.
And whether he's creating for himself or spotting up, Lillard's jumper is whizzing.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. But this team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
Clock at 4. Here's Leonard, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Leonard's got 8.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of him.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. To the wing right side. Little kicks to Lillard. Pass to Powell. Right side, Covington. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And the basket by Lillard.
Look, the jumper of Lillard, you better respect it because he gets it off so effortlessly.
Now Jackson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. He kicks to Morris. Shoots over Covington. Morris, no good.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Clippers trail by 7. Kicks it out to Leonard. For 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. To the middle. Takes the 13-footer. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
Their system is set up perfectly for him today. I mean, it's allowing him to find a lot of good shots.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Jackson finds Leonard. That one goes in. He's got 10.
Talk about someone who knows all the angles. Kawhi on the interior.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Now here's Lillard. 8 points for him. For the 3. It's rebounded by Rondo. The Clippers trail. Here's Jackson. Makes it off the glass. Jackson's got his first basket.
Now, whenever Jackson is driving, the D is nervous. He is just brilliant at completing his drives to the rack.
Lillard dishes to Powell. Back to Lillard. Basket good. Lillard's got 10 points in the game.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
Rondo with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Morris, no good.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
Little passes to Powell. Dishes it to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. Count it, good.
And look at that, the touch of Lillard inside, so impressive. He's terrific at generating points.
44 seconds left in the third. Rondo, no good.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Pass to Canner. Lillard surveying the D. Top of the key. Cantor's shot is off. Clippers trail by 9. And it's Leonard missing.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And Lillard kicks to Powell. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And here is Los Angeles now. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trail Blazers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, we've got Yusuf Nurkic. Giles is out there with Anthony. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
There's the pass to Giles. Boom, he jams it straight down.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Now, here's Kennard. Nice open look, but it's no good.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurting him.
Anthony left side. Pass to Giles. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Giles has got the lead up to 13 now for the Trailblazers. Brady, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
And here's George. And Leonard has it in the corner. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
When he was in high school in California, Kawhi won the state's Mr. Basketball Award. And you look at the list of guys who've won that award over the years, it has a lot of the all-time greats on it.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Passes it to Cantor. Back to Lillard. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Lillard's got 12 points in just the second half.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
The three from George. And it's Cousins with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Portland leading by 11. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Just his first attempt. Pass to Simons. Another shot. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. And the Trailblazers lead by 13. LA has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Stolen by McCollum. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. And the pass to Simons. George against McCollum. Over Cousins. The 17-footer goes down.
What a dead-eye McCollum is from that range. Such a tremendous feel for the mid-range jumper.
Outside, George. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. No good from Cousins. Trailblazers leading by 15.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Portland.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
Hey, listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent position to win the game.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Jusuf Nurkic.
And you have to love the effort he put forth on the glass. He played with a fire no one else could match as he chased down those rebounds.
So it's Portland now. The Clippers getting the bucket. Stolen by George. And here's the fast break. Here's Leonard. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move. And he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one's on Anthony.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, how they ended this one is much different than how they started it. And that's a shame.
And Portland making a change here. Robert Covington's checked in for Harry Giles. Jones comes in for Anthony. Norman Powell's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons.
Yes, and they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this win.
Now here's Jackson. Leonard, the pass to Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Cousins. Rebounded by Covington. Here's Powell. The three-pointer, no good. And stolen by Lillard. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This was a very strong showing for him. And nothing to...
Hey, Kevin. Well,
it does indeed. Thanks, David. So the Nets starting 5. Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Harden. Then there's Brown. And it's Jordan in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Jones is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. Now here's McCollum. Lillard with it. Picked up by Brown. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Rebounded by the Nets.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Shots good by Durant. Indoors tonight, 2 experienced teams will be battling.
Well, what you come to expect with experienced rosters are excellent defensive rotations, game plan discipline. These guys know how to play the game, so let's see how this plays out.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Unloads from 13. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And when you think of McCollum, the word efficient comes to mind. This guy just shoots the ball and plays the game at a high level.
And here's Harden. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Outside Durant. Shoots over Covington. They get the rebound. Out to Harris. There's the triple. And Damian Lillard pulls it down. And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. Here's McCollum. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Yeah, quick thinking, wins Dame, assist. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
Harden the pass to Jordan. Brown outside. Just 5 on the clock. KD dishes to Jordan. Shoots over Covington. Portland grabs the miss. Here's Lillard. Inside. Here's Nurkic. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Boy, the wingspan of DeAndre Jordan. This guy sends it back with a message.
Again, the miss by KD.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Down low. Covington finds McCollum. Trailblazers moving the ball around. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And no good that time. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Now the pass to Jordan. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Brown outside. It's Harden with the drive. And the rebound by Nurkic. For Portland, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Lillard with it. Picked up by Brown. And Lillard kicks to Jones. To the middle. Here's Nurkic. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
And with his skill, Nurkic can score from anywhere on the court. But when you're 280, his skills probably better utilized inside.
Now here's Durant. Back to Harden. Passes to Jordan. And that one drops.
Well, you're allowing DeAndre Jordan to get comfortable. This guy is so efficient as a scorer.
Pass to Nurkic. Lillard surveying the D. Cullen passes to Nurkic. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Nurkic has got his second bucket.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Harris finds Jordan. Back to Harris. Wants to get it to KD and does. Harris dishes to Jordan. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. Trailblazers leading by 4. Here's Nurkic. Outside, Covington. Back to Nurkic. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And it goes down 2 points.
Superb at finishing through contact. Harden is just so elusive and creative on those strong drives.
Lillard outside. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And no stopping Lillard. Excellent at staying in control no matter what the D throws at him.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Irving way outside. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Trailblazers out in front, up by 5. Well, before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He credits his upbringing.
I think it comes from being a...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys have done a great job guarding multiple positions.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Irving. Griffin is out there with Green, and it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard. Back to Irving. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And even through contact, Kyrie still able to finish shots consistently.
Powell, the pass to Simons. Out to Anthony. Pass to Giles. Griffin with some nice D.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
And here we go with Giles running it up the court. Knocked loose. Griffin with it. Now Anthony defending. Green dishes to Irving. Yep, that one goes in there. Irving's got 4 points now in the quarter.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
The pass to Pop. Fires the 3. Rebound, Brooklyn.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
You simply cannot give Kyrie Irving room to run in the open floor. This guy is a phenomenal transition player.
Here's Simons. He's still scoreless so far in this one. To the inside. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And a deep three from Irving. That doesn't go in either for Irving. Trailblazers leading by 3. Simons surveying the D. No good with the triple.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Passes it to Cantor. Portland moving the ball around. Here's Simons, covered by Irving.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Pass to Dinwiddie. There's 1:38 left now here in the second. Claxton, a good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Claxton's got 4 points this quarter. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Dinwiddie finds Irving. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. The tray. No good that time. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Here's Giles. Pass to Simons. Here's Anthony. Shoots the 3. Dinwiddie with the rebound. In the corner, Powell with it. No good from outside. The Nets have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Irving attacking. Here's Claxton. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Claxton's got 6.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Simons. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Clearly a foul.
The Trailblazers shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
It's all tied in Portland. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. At its highest, their lead topped out at 5 points. And
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Brooklyn with the ball. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Jones in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Brown kicks to Jordan. Clock at 6. Back to Harden. Outside for Durant. Jordan trying to free himself up. The shot by KD. No good. Trailblazers shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. So the wing on the left. Lillard up top, guarded by Jordan. Lillard against Jordan. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
And uses balance along with fluidity to finish at the rim. Nurkic is a unique big.
Here's Harden on the wing. Answered by Lillard. The three. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan finds Harden. And there's Jordan. That's good on the assist from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists in the game. 90 seconds now into the second half. Out to the right wing. Kicks it out to Jones. Jordan against Nurkic. Jones for 3. That shot misses. Some solid defense from Harris. And Durant launches from deep. It's Durant on the wing. Over McCollum. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net. All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing.
Durant with a wide open look. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
And the basket by McCollum.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
And how about this stat? Over the course of Robert Covington's career, over 60% of his shots coming from long range.
And Greg, the prototypical 3-and-D guy, you almost want to reverse it because defense has been the pivot point for Robert Covington's emergence as a player in this league.
3-pointer, Lillard. Rebound, Brooklyn. Harden outside. Shoots over Lillard. And then Durant with the dunk.
Boy, Kevin Durant near impossible to guard in the pick and roll. In that instance, the quick cut off the screen, so pretty.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. And it's good, 2 points. McCollum's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, he shot the ball well enough to keep his team even. Let's see if together they can elevate past that.
The deep 3 from Harden. But they get it back. Feeds to Jordan. Harden trying to get open. No good from Jordan. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. McCollum finds Nurkic. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Just a load. I mean, at 7 feet, Nurkic also moves well. And that combo gets him to the line a bunch.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Giles checked in for Robert Covington. Anthony comes in for Derek Jones. Norman Powell's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Here's Irving. He can't get that one. And it's Portland the other way. Here's Powell. And it's good off the back rim and in. Powell's got his second basket of the game.
Okay, we see the mid-range game of Norman Powell starting to take shape, doing work.
The pass to Claxton. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Now Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
This is Powell at his best. In attack mode, he is hard to stop.
Irving surveying the floor. The 3. With the putback. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Claxton's got 10.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. We're at the end of the third, and let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Griffin, also Green out there, and it's Claxton in at the center position.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
Dinwiddie passes to Claxton.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Here's Simons. There's the dish to Anthony. Cantor inside. Griffin's there. Here's Giles. And the shot no good, a bit short. The net shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Griffin passes to Claxton. To take the lead, and he lays it up and in. And the Nets lead by 2.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Here's Simons. Passes it to Giles. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Irving with it. Kicks it to Dinwiddie. And the shot is good. Dinwiddie's got the lead up to 2 now for the Nets.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Zach Collins checked in for Harry Giant. Collins comes in for Anthony. And it's Damian Lillard in for Anthony Simons.
One of the best attributes of Enes Kanter is his physicality. This guy does a tremendous job getting himself to the free throw line.
Derek Jones, he's checked in for Powell. For Brooklyn, they've gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. And here's Harden for 3. Brown the pass to Durant. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. Lillard against Brown. And he makes that one. Jones has got his first 2 points of the night.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Jordan finds Brown. Back to Jordan. It's Brown on the wing. Rebounded by McCollum. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Outside Collins to take the lead, and Durant sends it back.
But Kevin Durant is playing spectacular defense, and it sets the tone for the entire team.
Brown outside. Outside, KD. Count it.
Well, we know Kevin Durant is one of the elite players in the NBA, and if there's a big shot to be made, he wants to take it.
We've got 1:08 left in the game. Lillard against Harden. The Nets have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the 4th quarter on a roll. And he commits the intentional foul. A different look now for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Collins. And Anthony subbed in for Jones. Durant, the pass to Jordan. Money!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Pass to McCollum, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Harden scanning the floor. Pass to Harris. Lillard against Harden. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Now it's a 6-point Nets lead.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
And when it matters most, the coach has the confidence that McCollum will deliver. Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
It's the first that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Misses there. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.
Thank you.